Alright, now I know what you're thinking. Another video on Idubbbz. Are you running out of ideas, mate? Like, what's going on? To be frankly honest with you, yeah, I am. Deal with it. Now, but in all honesty, he's been a bit cringe quite a lot recently, so I've made a fair few videos on him. Now, the thing I want to be talking about with him today is, you remember the whole Froggy Fresh Drama? I made a video on it like a few months ago. Well, it turns out he uploaded a response last night and we're going to watch it and we're going to see what it's all about, because I've heard from the reception on Twitter, it's not the best.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Brief update, I am healed from Creator Clash 2. It was a success. Alex Wasabi beat me up. He won his fight fair and square, and I have all the respect for Alex. He's a good competitor, and I have respect for all the other fighters on the Creator Clash card. And thank you to all the fans who came. It was an amazing event.
Yeah, alright, Dubs, mate. Is that a Mexican wave in 2023? What, are you culturally appropriating the Mexican people, mate? What are you doing? It's just a bit racist in my opinion, Idubbbz. And I think as a person that's trying to progress and move away from the edgy, racist, offensive stuff, Idubbbz, mate, I think you should probably encourage your fans to not do that in the future, please. It would make me as a Mexican person feel a lot better.
Having said all that, you guys are here for the juice and the grease. So I'm going to give you guys the grease and the juice. And that all has to do with Froggy Fresh. The reason I didn't address any of this sooner is because I was terrified of jeopardizing the success of the event, because there are a lot more people involved in this than just Anissa and I didn't want to fuck it up for them. These are people that I really care about, and I felt like it would be very selfish if I was like, I understand public perception right now, guys. I'm just gonna make a quick 10-minute video and I'll squash all the rumors, I'll squash all the beef. I have no idea what public perception for this video is going to be.
See, this right here is where I think Idubbbz is telling a bit of a cheeky little lie, just to be ignorant to the whole situation. I think he knew exactly how this video would be perceived, because right now, it's getting dislike ratioed a fuck ton. I think he was well aware that people would hate on him for this and would shit on him even more, which is why he didn't want to do it before the event, which is fair. I don't blame him for that. So I'm pretty sure me and a lot of his fans would appreciate if he would just be a bit more self-aware and just admit that he has a pretty shit take on this whole situation. But obviously, on the same hand, as he said, I understand that he didn't want to jeopardize the event. Which, if I'm being honest, if I put millions into something, I probably wouldn't want to do that either, so I can't even blame him for that one.
I think a lot of the content I've made has been irresponsible and misguided. And I think I've hurt a lot of people with the content I've made. Despite many people being entertained by it, I'm not trying to take that away from you. If you feel like you've learned important lessons or you have grown as a person because of the content I've made, I don't want to take that away from you.
Idubbbz, mate, you seem to have changed your tune quite a lot, because less than a month ago on the Anthony Padilla show and the H3 podcast, you were calling everyone that used to watch your old content basement dwellers and losers. So why, now that you're getting a fuck ton of public backlash for it, have you completely switched your tune and are now saying, I don't hate anyone that used to watch my old content. If you enjoyed it, good for you. I'm sure you're still a good person. I don't think you can win anyone back at this point, so there's no point even trying, mate. Just keep calling them basement dwellers. If that's what you truly believe, there's no point being fake about it.
But in this video, that's probably about all I can say on any of it. I don't want to detract from what the focus is, and the focus is kicking Froggy Fresh from the Creator Clash card. The main reason Froggy was kicked from the card was for collaborating with Sam Hyde. And for anyone who's been following the story, that's fairly obvious. Froggy has explained his side of the story multiple times. And unfortunately, he's been perpetuating a narrative that it's about OnlyFans or that it's about Anissa's mom. And that's extremely deceptive, because he knows why he was kicked from the card. The one indication I gave him was Sam Hyde, and I wasn't unclear about that.
So here Idubbbz says that Froggy was kicked because he collaborated with Sam Hyde, which I think is fair. Sam Hyde's chatting a lot of shit about his wife at the minute. I think it's completely fine for him to not want anyone that's associated with his event to associate with Sam Hyde. Although it's a bit cringe and a bit gay, I don't care about that. What I do care about, though, is when he said, oh, Froggy Fresh is going on to portray this false narrative that it's about the OnlyFans stuff, which, as you'll see as we get later on into this video, Ian, I think you're fibbing a bit there, mate, because most of the examples you give about him being a cunt publicly are him taking the piss out of OnlyFans. So it's clear you were quite mad about that.
For anyone who's under the impression that Froggy has been like reasonable and chill and respectful through this whole process, he hasn't been. He's been a piece of shit. I'm not happy with how he's behaved. He's talked mad shit about me.
Ian doesn't want people who are bigger and more talented than him upstaging him. That's what it is.
Anissa.
Ian's masculinity had been completely removed via Anissa.
Participants of the event.
This is really a lot of weird, tender, soft people. Creator Clash people are real, like, these type of people. You know what I mean?
The event itself.
This is really like the patty cake league for like social media boxing. You know?
He doesn't like the culture of Creator Clash, and he mentioned that.
And Chris Raygun and all these people, it's like some big ethos worshiping party at these things. And I don't get it. I don't get what all this shit is all about. Like, everybody's there to worship ethos or fucking ethos or like touching ethos titty or pussy.
Now, I think it's a bit dishonest for Idubbbz to show these clips in this way, because this was all said after he was already kicked from the card. So obviously he's going to be mad about it publicly because he got kicked, in his eyes, for no reason, even though you've stated obviously it was because of Sam Hyde. So I think it's a bit dishonest and a bit weird to show them being like, oh, he was already hating on the event before he was kicked, because I'm pretty sure every clip you just showed was after he was already kicked.
To be honest, I thought it was quite the gift to you that we'd kick you off the card. You have no more obligations, and you can immediately just pivot into boxing for misfits. It's like, that's the culture that you want. You want the non-sissy, you want the macho dude traditional boxing culture, so go over there and box for them. You don't even have to miss that many months of training. You've been training. So hop on one of those cards. But unfortunately, Froggy doesn't want to hop on one of those cards because he thinks the skill level is too high.
Personally, in my opinion, I think the talent at Misfits and Happy Punch is in a different league that is out of my league.
Footwork is amazing.
Out the sand lot and I'm plotting on the globe. I work hard, I show love, that karma steady growing.
And then right here, he's down. You stop. I mean, come on.
Okay, Simon, mate, I wouldn't have that if I were you. No, but on a real, that once again, this is just Idubbbz being a little crybaby, because quite literally, Misfits, objectively, it doesn't matter what you think, whether you hate their event or not, they do have more skilled fighters on them, because the people that fight in Misfits have fought before. They've been doing YouTuber influencer boxing since the beginning, whereas the whole thing with Creator Clash was that they wanted new people in, fresh faces, shit boxers, basically. So nothing Froggy Fresh said about Misfits being a higher skill level is wrong. And, alright, mate, don't diss the Buggy versus Wings of Redemption fight, okay? That's probably the best fight in the whole fucking history of YouTube boxing, mate. Watching two fat people fight is top tier entertainment, and if you say it's not, there's something wrong with you. But yeah, that is basically going to be it for today's video, boys. Sorry this one seemed a bit all over the place. I am quite tired right now. But moral of the story, Idubbbz, just don't have a fall off like Idubbbz, if we're being honest. Just try and stick to your roots. Remember who your fan base are. Know who you're appealing to, because he's trying to do this whole rebrand thing where he thinks everyone's just going to instantly switch and side with him. Which, come on, Idubbbz, I thought you were smarter than that. All in all, though, I've said this in my past 3 videos on Idubbbz. Creator Clash, amazing event. Keep doing it, genuinely, it's good for the YouTube community. Idubbbz, just at this point, stop trying to be the cool guy that owns everyone in drama, because you're not that guy anymore. And it's perfectly fine for you to move on from your edgy jokes and your edgy past. I don't think anyone has an issue with that. It's just the way you carry yourself recently. But yeah, that's going to be it for today's video, boys. I do appreciate you watching. Leave a like and subscribe if you did enjoy. And consider becoming a channel member to help fund some better equipment for the videos, because this webcam just isn't really cutting it anymore. But yeah, I'll see you in the next one, boys. Appreciate the support. Goodbye.